Today I want to share one of the most powerful things that I saw when I was emceeing the Coast to Coast this weekend. And I'm going to tell you, it has nothing to do with the physical or mental challenge that these athletes went through on the race day. So over the last few years, I've been really lucky to be the MC at the Kathmandu Coast to Coast. And if you don't know much about the Coast to Coast, it's this endurance event that happens in New Zealand every year in the South Island of New Zealand. And these athletes go from one side of the South Island to the other side of the South Island, either in 2 days or in 1 day. And it's really challenging. The fastest athletes will do it in around about 11 and a half hours. Some people are out there for like 18 hours. They bike 55Ks, they run around 30Ks, they bike another 15Ks, they kayak 70Ks, and then they bike another 70Ks. And it's just one of those things that you watch and you just see people getting so much value from. Like there's the value of overcoming a massive physical challenge. There's all the training you do leading up to the races. There's the physical transformation people go through. There's the mental lessons that they learn along the way and the character building experience that they have along the way as well. One of the really cool things about the Coast to Coast is you do it as an athlete, but you also have a support crew that are really an important part of your experience. And so you have this really cool shared experience, often with some of the most important people in your life, in the most challenging day in your life. And for this and many other reasons, like the fact that you're really racing through some of the most beautiful country in the world, the Kathmandu Coast to Coast to me is one of the most amazing races that anybody could do, particularly if you like doing endurance sport. But there's one other thing that's really, really valuable about doing this race. And we're not doing the emceeing. One of the things you do when you're an MC is you do the race briefing. That's kind of like a 30 to 40 minute thing that people come to before the race starts. And we interview the professional athletes, the race director goes through some of the key things that the athletes need to know. The local mayor gets up and talks. And at the end of it, I did this thing which people came up to me afterwards and they said to me, Bevan, it was really powerful. And I'm not going to be honest, it was actually quite simple. So what I did is, once everyone had finished talking, I just as I was wrapping things up, I said, can I get every athlete who's racing this weekend to stand up? Now, there's probably maybe 2,500, 3,000 people in front of us at this moment, and about 1,000 athletes stood up. And I said, did you know that in the history of this world, only 15,000 people have ever raced the Kathmandu Coast to Coast? That in the history of the world, in the billions of people that have ever existed, only 15,000 people have ever raced this race. And I want you to take a moment right now to look around at the other people standing up, your fellow competitors that you're racing with this weekend. Because by you doing this race, you are joining a very, very special group of people. You're joining a group of people who are achieving something that no one in the world really has ever achieved. It's such a special achievement. And so while you're achieving this amazing event, you're actually joining a community of people who represent something extremely special. You represent challenge. You represent fun. You represent that you're trying to get more out of yourself in life. And as you look around, you are now one of those people. So take a moment, soak it in, and enjoy being one of those people and seeing the people just like you in this race. Now, afterwards, many people came up to me and they said, oh my God, that was a really powerful moment. And I think this is one of the most coolest things when you can do a challenge that other people are a part of. And we talk about tribe in life, that one of the greatest things we can do in life is join a tribe. And when I talk about joining a tribe, there's many tribes out there. There's bad tribes. If we think of gangs and gang patches, those aren't necessarily good tribes. They bring negativity to the world. Now, there's value in being in those tribes for some of those people, but they're not necessarily good tribes. But when we think about the tribes in our world, there are tribes that promote amazingly powerful things. Like very luckily for me, in my life, I've been a part of some really powerful tribes. Like I did Ironman triathlon for years. And when I did Ironman, I was in that tribe. I remember when I did the Hawaii Ironman, I stood up and I saw all the other athletes there and I thought, wow, I'm in a real elite bunch of people in the world and in the history of the world. I work for Les Mills, and Les Mills has this kind of tribe feeling. We really feel that we're making a massive impact on the fitness of the world. And so when you join a tribe, and you get to a certain level of the tribe, you actually feel you're a part of that tribe. And if that tribe represents something that's really powerful, it's actually a really powerful thing in your own life. And as the Coast to Coasters were standing up and looking around at each other in that moment, they realized that they are a part of a very special tribe. A tribe that represents some amazingly powerful things. And for this reason, this is why I wanted to talk about this today, because if you're in your life right now, and one thing I hear a lot from people is that I don't feel I'm leading a passionate life, or I just feel I'm a little bit lost. One of the best things you can do is you can start to find tribes that represent character, represents challenge, represents activities, represents the kind of person that you'd like to be in your life. And then walk down the path of that tribe and get to that moment where maybe you're standing up or you're looking around and you can see, wow, I'm like this person as well, and I really like what being a part of this tribe is. Because I can guarantee, if you can find the right tribe, if you can commit to the tribe, and you get to that point where you feel aligned with that tribe, you'll be in a pretty amazing place in your life. Just like those Coast to Coasters were last weekend. If you enjoy my videos and you're not exercising, or you know somebody in your life who really struggles with exercise, I've got to recommend my new book, I Will Make You Passionate About Exercise. The purpose of this book is to take those who struggle with exercise from where they are to cementing the foundation that creates a lifetime love of exercise. It has all the steps, it has a plan, it has a journey that you go through that safely and wisely guides you to bringing exercise in your life in the most successful way possible. To get the book, go to www.passionaboutexercise.com. It will be the best thing you can do for your health and fitness. Get the book right now and you'll be seeing massive change in your health and fitness in a very short period of time.